You're going to talk to a particular player tonight. Can I mention who it is?
Trevor Siemian.
Trevor Siemian, the Broncos' third-string quarterback, kid from Northwestern. He's going to be playing about half the game tonight. So Brock Osweiler is going to open up. Siemian's going to play second half primarily. They're both going to get a lot of snaps. Who do you think is going to play better? And what will it mean if Trevor Siemian plays better than Brock Osweiler?
I like to talk, before I answer your question, I'll get to it, and I'll repeat it, but I like to talk to young players and so that people in Denver will know who they are. I did that with Arenado. And
you did with Matt Paradis last weekend.
Yeah, and so I did with Matt last week, and he had a pretty bad game. So maybe I'm bad. But Butler, you know, I like
Eddie Butler.
I like in my columns to vary them enough that I give my opinions, but I really like to tell stories about guys that people really don't know. And we found out that Matt last week had torn his ACL and played in his championship game. I want to find out about Trevor's upbringing and his background and why he didn't start at Northwestern. He split time with someone else, and how he came back so quickly from an ACL, sort of like Chris Harris Jr. did. So I'm going to talk to him after the game tonight and at least maybe not talk to him much, but set up a conversation with him before the weekend.
I think you're going to have a good conversation with him. I think he's going to play well tonight. And I think he's going to play better than Brock. And I'll tell you why. Brock Osweiler is going to be playing against the second-string Arizona defensive unit. It's a really good defensive unit. And even though they're labeled as second stringers, because their starters aren't playing either, they still get a lot of playing time. Second stringers get a lot of playing time on NFL teams. It's going to be tougher for Brock to move the ball against the Arizona second stringers than it will be for Trevor Siemian to move it against Arizona's third stringers. And I think
you're leaving out one important aspect.
I think Siemian's going to have a nice game tonight. Okay,
let me give you the other side of this issue.
Okay.
Tell you why you're wrong. And I hope you'll sit next to me during the game. Bring your father-in-law. We'll get him a free dinner.
Don't I sit next to you enough?
No, apparently not.
Okay.
Because you don't learn much. Let me tell you why.
World's biggest idiot. Go ahead.
No. Roger Goodell kind of is in that category right now.
So I'm number 2.
Brock's going to play better. Who's he going to be with?
He's going to be with the second string offense.
Bubba Caldwell.
Right.
He's going to have probably Latimer. He's going to have Virgil Green, who really is number 2 to Owen Daniels. He's going to have Max Garcia out there.
I have a comeback for that.
Well, wait. Let me finish. I listen to you. He's going to be playing with the second string. When Trevor comes in, he's going to be playing with guys that will be on the street next week. He's not going to be playing with a good offensive line. He's going to be playing with Kyle Roberts. He's going to be playing with
Gradkowski and Shelley Smith, possibly.
No, we're past them.
They're fighting.
No, we're playing with Dylan Day. We're playing with who's the guy on the other side?
Schofield.
We're playing with the worst guys that aren't going to make the team for the most part.
But he's also playing with Juwan Thompson and Monte Ball as his running backs, and with possibly Jordan Taylor, who's been really good in the preseason catching the ball, Isaiah Burse, who still has a shot at making this team.
Okay.
So the Broncos are very deep on offense.
All right.
Their third stringers are pretty good players.
So let's say they're each going to play a half.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
So if they each play a half, I would guess that Brock will score 14 to 17 points, and Trevor will score about 3, maybe 2 field goals.
All right, well, we'll find out tonight. In the meantime.